All right, welcome you guys. Happy Saturday morning. Let's go ahead and start standing, kind of get the wiggles out, maybe circle out the hips, and I could chat a little bit. Gosh, I'm so excited. Things are progressing from this, cage that we've been in. I mean, I've always been walking and doing lots of stuff, but today the San Diego Zoo is officially open. Yay! So we're gonna go hang out at the zoo for a little bit. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. So yeah, these little milestones for us, absolutely. Just celebrate them because it's a big deal, It's a big deal. And the more that we can see things that are positive and keep our frequency high, keep this just going, raising that up, not going into that darker place of like grief, So, of course, we acknowledge those times where we are feeling that, but then just, snap out of it. And move into the higher frequencies. That's all. That's my little sermon today. All right, so half sun salutes, great way to get the body just breath and movement, big broad movements. Inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, swan dive. Notice how those arms can just stretch. Your chest can come forward. Exhale, all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. I like bringing, especially at the beginning, bringing my hands high, belly, navel in, heart out, and then exhale back in. Sometimes at the beginning, the big sighs too. So that's just it, these movements. And inhale as you come up. Exhale, hands at your heart or your sides. So that's the swooping of half sun salutes. So use your own timing, your own rhythm. Doesn't have to go like in sync with me. It can be in sync with you, your own timing. But that's reach up, a dive forward, a lengthen out as you halfway lift, pull back in, and then extend back to standing and start again. Exhale. So all with breath. Yeah, so make it yours, your own choreography of timing. Long, audible breath. Inhale. Exhale. A few more like that. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Wow, starting to heat up the back. Inhale. Exhale. Every movement has its own just rhythm, pattern. Great. One more flow. Half sun salutes. Notice how I'm lingering in spots. If there's spots that feel good to you that you want to hang out in, encourage that all throughout class to honor you. Great. Okay, so then let's play with the neck and shoulders. So go ahead and just move your hands together, feeling that heat. Good. And then interlace the fingers nice and tight. Hands right into the throat chakra, right into the, underneath the chin, elbows together. Inhale, bring your elbows up. And then exhale. I'm turning to the side so you can see me so it can come together. Exhale, elbows together, out through the mouth. And then repeat that. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. You can feel some little adjustments in the neck. Amazing to lengthen and stretch out the neck. Heart's even feeling it. As you put your head back, you can feel their sternum lift and the clavicles spread out. So take it right to that edge where you can feel that resistance opening. So it's about 4 to 6 count breath. Again, make it your own rhythm. Linger in those spots. If you need a little break, a little pause, just do that. Maybe fill up the lungs even more. Little pulses even. Yeah, just finding those little quirky things that make it yours. That's the experiential part of yoga that makes it so powerful. That somatic experience. All right, one more, last one. That's it. So good. Nice. All right, interlaced fingers still. Press them away from you. Just finding that rocking one palm a little bit more than the other. And switch your head. Let the head be heavy. Chin right into the chest. Possibly some deep sighs, some pulsing. Yeah, going slow to find those sensations that are happening. Maybe even the yawn. Soreness in shoulders and neck for me. And it's very common. Where do we want to work? Oh, neck and shoulders. All right, coming back up with the palms when you're finished, and then off to the side. Come back to center. Other side. Good. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. I'm on the right side. And then this time, take that right hand and plant it on the hip. So good. Just letting you know that yawns are amazing for your practice. It means that resistance is leaving and you're alerting the mind to wake up. All right, so lean into the right foot. Left foot, let it hover. And see if you could bring it gradually behind you and step into it. Woo! Keeping your balance. So that means that front foot and back foot are nice and firm. I'm looking down. It feels good. And then that left arm, turn the palm up, open and spread the palm, push it out like you're pushing against a wall. Move forward a little bit, and you can feel that tension release in the neck all the way back. Keep breathing. It's amazing how these slow sensations, slow movements really engage energetic flow up the sides of the body. So now interlace the fingers behind you. Good. And a little bit of pulse with the hands. Oh, so good. All right, head comes up. Bend into that front knee. Float that back leg back. Good. I'm going to turn so you can see me, but you're fine. So you're floating that back leg. Now release the arms. And then just float forward and back. Kind of swing out the socket, this hip socket. Finding your balance. If you need extra support, just use a wall. You know, kind of like a ballerina does with her bar. So good. Awesome. All right, and then swing it forward. Nice. And then grab that knee, pull it in towards you. Yeah. Even some movements. Bending, rocking forward even. Finding some bounce. Right hips back, belly's pulled in, torso's tall. You can feel it in your standing foot. Good. And then release this left foot, cross it over. We'll do a little forward fold. Cross-legged forward fold. Inhale, bring it high, arms up, just to lengthen and remind the body, the torso to be tall and long, and then float it forward. Again, blocks, shins, chin and shins. That's funny. And then let your head drop. Whoo, kind of like our first forward fold. A little bit more intense because of the cross-legged. Shake out the head. Walk the hands to one side. Crows are talking. Shake out the head, back to center, other side. Good. And then back to center. All right, so I promise we'll do that other side bend and come back to stand, but I want to play just a little bit with flow. But before we go into a flow, see if you can cross your ankles, right at the ankles, knees spread apart, bend your elbows, and see if you can come into a little bit of lift, take off into Bakasana. Rounding the back, using the leverage of the ankles. Nice. All right, some of you, I know, are so advanced, and you'll shoot your legs straight to the back of the mat. But I'm not able to do that. But if you can, go for it. If not, just little baby steps to step to the back of the mat. Good. And then high plank, pause there. Good little pulses. Again, we're just warming up the body. High plank, down dog. Inhale to high plank. Exhale to down dog. So I just had a thought. So there's some philosophy that says, do not teach what you can't do. Ha! Isn't that funny? No, there's things that I could have done in my 30s, but I can't do now. That's just because of the different way, different timing, different desires, different desires for me at this time. So yeah, no, I'm still going to teach what I can't do. So just on that note. All right, so high plank to half plank. We're going to do 5 push-ups. Inhale. You can always keep your full plank. That means straight legs. And then if this is not accessible all the way to halfway down, just go this little pulses. This is excellent too. A great way to build up strength for the arms. Chaturanga. Is that more than 5? How's it going, Rob and Charlene and Heather are here with me? Yeah. Oh. All right, so come on down. Drop the toes. Lengthen through that belly by pulling the arms, hands towards you and draping the navel forward. Hover the hands, hover the toes. And then reach back for the feet. Kick it up. Maybe there's a little rocking side to side. Amazing. Just love it. Release the hands. It's up to your low back. So if there's any tension in that low back, stay low in low cobra with the chest wide open or full up dog. Good. Little playtime. Left hip drops, look over the right shoulder. Back to center. Over the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale to down dog. Either bent knees or straight legs. Now just give yourself time, permission to explore your first down dog. Lots of ways to do that exploration. For me right now, right hand pressure, left hand pressure, left heel, right heel. So I'm moving my weight in a circle with coordinating my breath. And switch directions. Wow, really good. Occasional sigh. In fact, let's do that together. Give you a moment to just find that deep breath. Inhale. Pause in stillness. Maybe knees are slightly bent. Hold that breath. And then wide open exhale mouth. Let it all out. Seal the lips. Back in through the nose. And let's hop up. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, pull forehead back in towards the shins. And this is a great little lingering spot. So bend your knees way into the knees. Grab the hands around the calves, dropping the head. So your torso's laying gently over your upper thighs. You feel it's like child's pose. You feel the same sensations in the low back. Do you feel that? Right into the low back. If you want, give it some stimulation. Hands around the calves. Nice little pull. Maybe there's a little straighten of the legs. Hollow of the belly. All right. And then halfway lift again. One more. Pull it back in. And then either flat back to roll up, or a flat back to come up, or roll up. I'm going to go flat back. That means that you're pushing. It's a little more advanced. You're pushing into the feet, hollow out the belly, shoot the arms forward, come all the way up. Wow. Exhale, hands at the heart. Good. All right, as promised, that other side. Just in close is always a good place. Reaching high. Left hand, right wrist, up and over to that left side. Good, I like that shakeout. Anytime you need a little shakeout for the tension in the low back, shoulders, head, do that. Good, left hand on the hip. I'm looking down again. And remember what we did. We turn that palm, that upper arm, the palm up, and then pulsed that shoulder, that arm down. Oh, wait. Bring it back up. Lean into the left foot. Take that right leg behind you first. That's it. Whew, now go ahead and pulse it. Didn't it feel different? So funny. I'm like, that doesn't feel the same. Why doesn't it feel the same? Oh, it's because this exaggerated foot behind you really opens up the side body. So it's amazing. Lines, energetic flow in the body. Makes a huge difference. Yeah, sensitivity, awareness. It's like, yeah, does it feel different? Yes. There's the fingers. Drop your chin to the left shoulder. Oh. All right, head comes up. Lean into that front knee. And again, remember, forward and back floating. Your own. I like the arms apart, for sure. Use the wall. Good, a few more like that. Nice, if you lose your balance, just come back in. Yeah, so I'm recording on the big camera. It only does 20 minutes, so I had to reset the camera. Good. So right knee comes forward when you're finished. Grabbing that knee, interlace your fingers. Knee comes in towards that right shoulder. A little bit of bounce. Good. Maybe a little forward fold. Did you do that on the other side? You want to balance your sides. Eyes have to stay still. Focused on a spot. Nice. And then this right knee crosses over. Give that little cross over. Inhale to lengthen up through the chest, torso. Exhale, dive forward. Good. Great opportunity for me to fix my hair. That's it. Forward fold. Taking a breath. Inhale, halfway lift. I don't think we did this on the other side, but it's such a great extension through your chest. When you're in your cross-legged, just halfway out through the heart, fingertips, maybe even hands on the shins. You see that? And then pull back in. Go ahead and walk to the right with the fingertips. Let the head shake out. I know this takes time. These lengthens, these stretches, lower back, legs. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the other side. Checking in with your feet. See if your feet are pressing evenly. Good. Back to center. Now, Bakasana. I'm going to turn so I'm at the front of my mat. Crossed ankles. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Ledge. We have a nice lip or ledge for the knees to hook into the arms. Looking forward, round into the back. See if you could take one toe off. And then the other toe off. It's okay if it doesn't happen. Don't worry. Just stay in your forward fold. So if you were to stretch it straight back, you're using your inner line, your belly. So if you push a little bit into your hands and then shoot your legs back, if you have that core strength, you could shoot them all the way to the back of the mat. And then release, give it some release. High plank, down dog. And then move through your push-up into flow. Exhale. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. So nice. All right, let's take a child's pose just to stretch that back out. Nice wide knees. Get your knees to come apart. Your torso to drape through the middle. You can walk your fingers a little bit forward. You can push your sit bones back. See what new energetic flow you can create in that back. Try to be heavy in the head, heavy in the hips. All right, so then inhale, head comes up. Exhale, push through. I'm bending my elbows, pressing the heart through. It's a kind of snake-like movement to get your heart to come through and bending your knees. So I call it, what is it? Bent knee up dog. It's a bent knee up dog. And exhale, come back. So pulse that back and forth. Starting to really wake up the spine. Your own and breath cycle. Oh yeah. Linger where you want to linger. I invite you to do that. Last two. Yeah, the body's feeling a little warmer now. This will be great for our warriors. It's almost like there's this 3-part to our yoga class. That heat up, that warm up part. I'm coming to all fours now. That warm up part, and then the deeper kind of hip stretching for the lunges, which we'll be doing in just a moment. Tabletop. And then shift that to a snake-like movement. Maybe the hands need to go a little farther forward to prep for the same movement in down dog. Okay? So you're going to do this wave, but do it with your knees high. Good. So you're incorporating the hips a little bit more. Forward, push back, lift round. See that round right in the center? And then as you come forward, your knees bend, your sit bones move back. See if you can get this ripple of a wave. So let me talk you through it again. So as that high end, like that cat, it's halfway. It's like a tippy-toed down dog with a rounded back. And then you move forward, shoulders over the wrists, bend the knees, tilt the pelvis upward, the sit bones upward, push into the hands, and you push your chest down. You see that? And then once you have that rhythm, so good. It feels amazing. It feels like it works. Awesome. All right, shoulders need a little shift. So bring the elbows, forearms parallel to each other, spread out the hands, and walk into dolphin, or walk your feet a little closer in your dolphin. Good. I'm going to pause and just kind of check it out. I can see you guys. Yes. Nice. Closer you bring your toes, the more you are letting your hips come over your shoulders, which will eventually get you into the inversion. And make sure the elbows are not wider than the shoulders. The elbows are, right underneath. Good adjustment, Rob. Good. And then walk the toes in. Nice. Spread the shoulders wide. You want to bring the shoulders apart as much as you can so that your heart and your clavicle. Good. I saw that adjustment too. Wow. All right. Take a break. Child's pose is good. And then we're going to do that same dolphin pose one more time. But this next, if you're up for it, you'll lift one leg for 5 breaths. Bring it down, lift the other leg for 5 breaths. And if you have a wall, you could practice your inversion. Or if you have that ability in the center of the room, do that too. I'm going to be a little bit away from my wall, walking forward. I love practicing this. I'm going to stretch out my legs first. So you're in your dolphin, walking toes forward, hips towards your shoulders, one leg high, switch, other leg high. If you have a wall handy, go ahead and use it. Oh yeah. So good. Nice way to support yourself. Just practice opening the shoulders. Beautiful. Take a break. Child's pose. Feels amazing to go upside down. Don't worry if you're not. The more you practice yoga, the natural, logical sequence of movement, going forward into that next, into the next. That perfect example is that cross-legged crow that we just did. No way. You could just see that the step is not there. I'm not able to just shoot it back. But when it does happen, it will happen naturally and effortlessly. That's the way yoga really should be. All right, I'm going to turn around. Let's go back in to down dog and take that right leg high and do a little play time with that right hip as you kick it off to the side. So right leg high, foot falls back, kick it to the side. Good, a few more like that. Watching the tracking of that left knee. You want that left knee to be straight ahead. You can keep the heel down, you can lift. Lots of ways to explore these postures. Linger in the spot that feels like you want to linger, maybe even straight leg. Yeah, go to straight leg and just pulse that right up and up towards the ceiling. All right foot comes forward, low lunge, right hand on the knee, left hand on the knee. Pull that knee away from you, but right hip crease is pulling back. Ribs in, and adjusting my clothes. Hands on the low back. Yeah. Heart lifts. Engage that back leg. Oh, really nice. Interlace the fingers. Let's exaggerate this heart lifting part. Push the fist down. Good. Lean forward. Lean that torso over that right thigh. So if it feels like it's too wide, it might be. So tap that left foot a little closer. So your torso's hovering. You see that? Release the hands so that they're flying right beside you. You're engaging that right hip. Shoot the arms forward to reach. Good. Excellent. So I'm going a little wider now because that left foot moves back, left hand comes to the ground. Open and twist to the right, right arm high. Good. Look down, frame the front foot, and just pause there. Again, all these are so subconscious for me, but once I frame my front foot with my right hand, I want to move my right foot over to the right to stabilize this hip socket on the right. So it gives me a little bit more space. It's right off the hip now. If the hands are not reaching comfortably and the back is feeling a little rounded, use blocks underneath the hands. See if we can pause, check in with the head too. You don't want the head to hang. And I lift it and lengthen it forward. Oh, back leg on fire. Smiling. All right, move through flow, rest, or down dog. Step back in any of those transitions. Inhale, up dog. Exhale. Big sigh. One more breath. Toes come together. Left side now. Good. And I also want to say, if the shoulders and neck are feeling fatigued, bring that right knee down as you do all of this one-legged down dog stuff. It could be one-legged tabletop. You're just building up your strength. Baby steps to get to effortlessness. That's how you want your yoga to feel. Like, wow. Just sinks right into what my body wants and needs, not straining or stressing. Because the whole point of our yoga practice is to release that resistance in the body. Good. Straight leg, left leg straight up. Give it a little pulse. Good. Excellent. Leading through the ball of the foot. And then step up, left side. Pull it through. Step into that lunge. Left hand on the knee, right foot moves over to the right a little bit. Pushing and lengthening the torso. So notice, easy to accidentally want to just lean all of this power into that front leg, but you want to roll it back so it wraps around the glute and the right hip drops. Belly can lengthen upward. So good. Come on up. Bringing the hands behind you. Actually, we started with the hands on the waist to just little stages to get to the heart opening. So hands on the low back, heart lifts, and then interlace the fingers. Doesn't have to look up either. If the balance feels like it's off, just look chin down, and then more engaged through the chest and the clavicles as you look up. Keep breathing. Having fun yet? I am. All right, head comes down. Lean forward. Chest over that left knee. And lift up through the arms. Release the hands so that they're flying right beside you, which helps roll the shoulders up and broadens the chest. And then shoot the arms forward. Hover. Back leg strong. Front leg strong. So good. Right hand comes down. Left arm comes up. You did it. So amazing. And then left arm high to twist. Gonna lengthen through that back foot again. Go a little deeper if it feels right for you. Oh, nice adjustment. Okay, left hand comes down. Frame that front foot, adjust it however you need it. It always changes each time you put some transition in. Firm pressure in the front foot. See if you can, the ball of the foot presses in, spreading out the toes, inner ankle bone lifting, hip crease moving back, out through the back heel, lengthen through the head. Even out all of that energetic flow. Okay, your flow, your transition, what is it? What is it that you need? Inhale, exhale to release. Nice. Oh, wow. Huge transitions in the hips. Celebrate that. You can even wiggle it out. Like, oh, thank you, hips. So good. All right, let's hop up. Heart halfway out, giving that some movement through the sit bones. And then drape it back in. In fact, for a deeper forward fold. So I take my feet apart. Grab the Mahamudra around the big toe. 2 fingers around the big toe. Let your heart lift out. And then pull down. Okay, and as you pull down, focus a little bit into leaning forward. And then lifting the shoulders up on the back. And then spreading the elbows wide. And as you press evenly down in through the feet, you'll feel this stretch. Now pretend like there's something in between your legs that you have to sort of press into. Awesome. Inhale, halfway lift. So a little advanced, but I really love this next posture. It builds core strength. So I'm going to take left hand to my waist Okay, pull that left hip back. Lift up through the torso a little bit, you know, so I was sagging, you notice that? So I lift up through the torso, sink into that left foot. And there's two ways of doing this. You could go straight leg or you can do a bent. Oh, frick, lost it. But you're bringing that, Heather's laughing, I love you. Not laughing, just try. So left hand's on the hip and come up with that other foot. Good, Charlene, you got it. That's all it is. Awesome. Yay. So we're right there, finding some power, and let's see what happens if you want to straighten it or not. Doesn't have to. You could just play. You could just play with your balance here, you know, any direction. Doesn't have to look pretty. It's just this, all of it is through here. Okay. Yeah, I like this playtime so much better. You can even use that opposite arm. When you're finished, just come on down, lean forward, now release that foot back down. So good. Little shake out. Doesn't the body want something? So you can come down into a squat. Yeah, or a roll up. That's nice. Cat cow. I love that, Charlene. That's so good. And Heather's rolling her neck. She's like, yeah. And I'm just pulsing my hips. Shaking it out. Good. Okay, so the other side now. So right hand on the hip. Grab that left toe. Check in with that hip crease. Suction in the navel. Oh, so much easier on this side. One side's always easier. Right side's awesome for me. Much easier. It's all this belly. Making sure that you're really using that leg. Changes the way we do yoga, actually. When you're finished, just go back down. See if you can go back up the way you came. Yeah, it's like so wild to balance on one foot in a forward fold. Okay, release, and then roll yourself up. And walk about. Give yourself a walkabout too. Oh. See, this is so natural to soothe your back with a little support on your knees, and then this round and this drop, cat cow. Yeah, take a little break. I'm gonna go grab a glass of water. Walk around. If you're walking and doing something, just be mindful. It's like my feet are walking. I'm gonna do that all the way to get a glass of water. I'll be right back. So good. And then that little walkabout gave me an idea of what I want to do next. Isn't that cool? If you have a strap or a towel or something, that would be helpful. We're going to lay on our back, but we're going through flow to get to our back. Let's see. Turn this a little bit. Okay. So yeah, to the front of the mat, have a strap handy. We'll use it when we're laying on our back. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, your version. Swan dive. Belly. Take your time. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back to high plank. Low push up. Up dog. Down dog. All right, so toes come together. I'm just going to hop through up to the front. I cross my ankles and I sit. So it's just a sort of fancy way to get into sitting on your sit bones. Yep. So if you hop, cross your ankles, sit. Yep, perfect. Kind of lean into boat pose, but boat pose with the legs wide open. So it actually is called something else, and I'm not sure because I don't want to waste brain power on memorizing all my Sanskrit. Sorry for all the traditional yogi teachers out there. Whatever this is. This is the one that's in Zootopia. If anybody has kids, this is the elephant doing her yoga. Zootopia is such a great movie. So the elephants in Zootopia is what I have an image of when I'm doing this. Yeah. You can take the right toe towards the ear. Okay, and if it doesn't happen with straight legs, Rob, just kind of grab your shins. Grab the shins and suction in the navel and sit your torso tall. Make sure the shoulders are on your back. See, that's fine. And then you can even pull one foot towards your ear, and as the same sensation that we do, or for those of us who have longer stretchy hamstrings, can bring toe towards that ear. And then switch. Good. My gaze just goes towards the right, toe towards the ear. Oh, feels awesome. Good. And then bring it together. Give it a little pull. Again, you can have bent knees. This is fine. Or just come out when you need to. Satisfaction, effortlessness. Once you find this sweet spot, it actually is effortless. Good. Gently release, cross the ankles, lean the chin forward, plant the hands next to the hips, take an inhale. Oh my gosh, hi Jackson. And then lift hips. If you can, lift the toes. You can tell I need to work on my core a little bit. But remember, you're perfect just right where you are. Okay, we're going to cross the ankles the other way. So we have that same sensation. You can also put blocks. Oh, yes. Let me just show that to you because it feels satisfying. Blocks on either side. Lean forward, lift. And now my toes can come up. I think should be easier. Oh, Heather's laughing. Oh, Heather, I'm supposed to give you another block. You only have one. Next time, we have to make sure you have 2 blocks. Rob can do it, I bet. Yes, Rob, your feet are floating. All right. You can practice that a little bit more if you like. Or nice, feel good, rock and roll. Should feel nice. Oh, feels amazing. And then make it onto your back. But I'm gonna turn around, I think. Yep. Make it onto your back. Circle out the hips. Plant the left foot on the ground. This is how we started. So interesting. Bring that right knee, but we were doing the standing. Right knee towards that right shoulder. Pull it in. Keep the low back heavy. And then slowly slide that left heel down to the bottom of the mat. Good. Wow. So good. That fixed feeling of the knee up and out of over by the rib cage and up towards that arm. Chin can drop down. All right, this is where that strap comes in. If you have it handy, you bring it over your foot or on your, probably on the top of the foot to pull. Or if you have access, your Maha Mudra, which we did earlier, around that big toe. Or you can even just, give your calf that leverage to pull. Okay, if you're taking it a little deeper, left hand on the left hip crease or front of the left leg. Chin comes up towards that shin, chin and chin, and then pull. It's like I want somebody to push. Nice. Head comes down and then off to the side. Take that right toe and bring it off to the side. You can still use your strap. Make sure that right hip is in the hip crease. Can even look over the left shoulder, shifts the whole left side body a little heavier. All right, bring it back up. 2 options. Can switch, well, obviously we're going to switch hands, but either straight leg or grab the knee and bend over, cross over. That's nice too. I need more room if I'm going to go straight. Home studio, I tell you. And then cross it over. Woo! Good, and look the opposite direction. Nice. Really good. Right hips dropping, chest and shoulder rocking to the opposite side. Keep breathing. You can always bend that knee and twist that way. Gently come out. I'm using some support. I'm switching hands to help. And then half of Happy Baby. Another option is to make sure your low back is safe and connected. I'm bending this left knee again to come into Happy Baby on one side. Once I find those inner lines and this space, this Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha, see how hollow this is? Then I can straighten that leg. Can even wrap the hand around the outside to grab towards that pinky. Good. And then for you advanced yogis, if it's right for you, you can even put this foot behind the head. If you wanted to gradually move towards it, I mean, there's no purpose of putting your foot behind your head actually, and I'm not sure if that's very, the yoga industry is changing. Your hips are very precious to you. Keep it just in the sweet spot of sensing pleasure, not intensity. But if you wanted to shift it up a little bit, you could rotate that knee out, bring this foot towards that crook of the arm, head comes up, and you're sort of like holding your knee like a baby. That's another way to change that line on that IT band, which feels really good. But notice my head's up a little bit because it feels safer. Maybe your head comes down because you're more flexy than me at the moment. And let it go. Shake that out. Bounce it out. Drop that foot on the right foot on the ground, left foot on the ground. This is all ways to keep your hips safe and happy. Bounce it out. Rock it out, side to side. It all comes from this middle section, this soft release in the psoas and in the navel area. Let that just, because this is a place where we hold so much. This is our intuition, our gut instinct. This is where psychic ability comes in. So just be conscious of all that central energetic flow. All right, we're ready for the other side. So right foot stays down, left knee comes up, interlace fingers, bring it up towards that left shoulder. Slowly straighten that right heel down to the bottom of the mat. Get your strap ready, and then adjust the knee towards more central column, and then straighten it out because it's hamstring. Make it yours, however you want to stretch that out for yourself. You can intensify it by bringing your chin towards your shin, right hand on that right hip, and pull. Keep breathing. Good. Head comes down if your head is up, and then off to the side. Whew, looking the opposite direction really shifts the heaviness into the right hip, right shoulder. I enjoy this sequence. It's from Ashtanga series, primary series. I mean, with the variations that I put in myself, of course. Leg comes up, add your twist, either bent knee or straight leg, and cross it over. Those slow transitions have meaning. Different lines are activated. It's like you're moving through molasses, really slow. Even those adjustments, you know that there's one hip that's a little, this is the left side. I tend to want to push, need some help to hold it down in a way to create space. And breath. Last breath. Good. Gently come up. It's awesome if you can lift that up yourself, but I need help to get that foot to come up. What did we do? We did happy baby, half up happy baby. So I'm bending this to soothe my back. So my right knee's now bent. Bend into that left hip, kind of rock it around. Feel some soothing into the mid-back. Okay. Can drape it around in arm through that inner crease and around that ankle. Wow. Awesome. Feels different for sure on this side. And then gently and gradually straighten that leg. Right leg, that is. Foot behind the head. Or switch that arm and hold into that little baby. It's like upside down pigeon pose posture. Nice. Feels so good. And then that grand finale for the hips. Happy baby. Bring that right leg up and give it that freedom to rock and play just like a baby would. You know, right side out, left side out. A little bounce, a little rock. Maybe even straighten both legs. Oh, yeah. All right. Gently release, bend the knees, bring the knees above you and circle it out. All right, so we need a bit of a counter stretch for all of that, okay? So that would be, for me right now, that would be a supported bridge. But if you feel like you want your back bends, your active back bends just no block, just come up. Oh gosh, I need a block. I would love to just support my hips with a block under. Maybe you're with me. If not, go nice active. Depends on your mood today. What's up, or how your body's feeling. Active bridge, hold it for 5 to 8 breaths, come down, and then take a breath and go back up. Hold it again for another 5 to 8 breaths while we enjoy ourselves on our block. Can walk your feet forward if you're on your block, straightening out the legs. Moving your feet to the right. Feeling the side body. Even Jackson knows it's almost time to stop class. If you're on your block and your feet are to the right, you can bring your left arm up above you and stretch out through your side body seeker. And then you can come back to center and do the other side. Toes to the left, right arm reaches up, stretching through that right side. Good. Walk it back in. Feet come in. Okay, another option. I feel like I may be able to do this today because I've been, really not practicing plow and shoulder stand as much. But that is a great way to end class. Let me take my hair out. Is to find yourself in plow. Okay, I'm going to give myself a little bit of leverage and come all the way over. Good. Woo! Arms behind you. This is plow. Sit bones are lifting up. Neck. Be careful with the neck. You can also support your feet on a couch or a couple blocks. Supporting your upper back, and possibly coming into shoulder stand. Need to adjust again. So you want to make sure your shoulders are underneath you. You're able to support your back, sink into the shoulders, and come up. There's ways to prop it up too. You can put a blanket underneath your shoulders and let your head have a little bit more diagonal drop. That's a nice way to set up your shoulder stand. Sink into the elbows. Rocket ship your toes straight up. Look straight up. Actually feels amazing to end class this way. Nice inversion. Blood flows coming into the head. All of those glands, pineal gland, brain. Gets new fresh blood, lots of blood. So giving you more vitality, well-being. Inversions do that. All right, plenty. Bend your knees gently and slowly. Pinch to your pose. Knees can be right by your ears. And then roll yourself down. Nice. So good. How's everybody doing? So good you were there with me. Amazing. No, a great way to end. And then any last posture that you need, let that happen. Maybe Supta Baddha Konasana, which is soles of the feet together, knees apart. And then make your way into Shavasana, corpse pose. We'll give ourselves time. I think we went over a little bit, sorry, but the hour seems to be a little too short. We need at least 10 more minutes after that. All right, I love support underneath my hamstrings. Just the head too. Interlace the fingers behind the head. Get your chin to your chest. Rock from side to side, expanding the scapula on your mat. Long neck. Arms down by your sides. I highly recommend, if anybody's having neck pain, I just thought of this to share, is because we get with tech neck, we get looking forward way too much, and this natural curve disappears and causes neck pain. So a great fix for that is a roll up a washcloth and put it in a round, a tube. It's like a little spacer underneath the neck, and you'll have this natural support. I should actually have one close at hand. It's a great way to end your with a prop for your shavasana. That, and then an eye pillow. If you have an eye pillow, put that over your eyes too, closing your eyes. Because again, vagus nerve in the forehead, in the eyes. So you're stimulating. Anytime you put pressure on your eyes, you are stimulating vagus nerve relaxation response. So important. Those are two tips that I always find helpful. Just a matter of doing it, right? Let it go. You're more than welcome just to hang out, because this is what we work for. This is why we do asana, to create this soft relaxation response. So I highly recommend, if you finally felt that zen, that place of peace and calm, stay here. Especially if you're, knowing that you're in such a place of healing, you don't want to come out. Just stay here. But if you're ready, you can rub the thumb against the tips of the fingers. You can rock the head softly and gently side to side. Deepen the breath. One leg at a time. Bring that up. Other leg. Put some rock, some side to swing. And rolling to one side. Fully supported with your hands. Coming up. Eyes are closed, face and jaw just soft and relaxed. One last breath together, in through the nose. Hold it at the top. Slowly out through the mouth. Amazing. Hands to your heart. Namaste. Thank you so much. Yay. Thanks for being here live. It always gives me more juice, more inspiration to teach. So those of you that are here with me, I honor that. I really celebrate that. So thanks for being here. It helps because I do have replays. This is all, if you love this class, it's going to be on YouTube. So you just check the date and you go, oh, I love that class. I'm going to go back and take that class. All right, Charlene, Heather, Rob, thanks for being here. Have a wonderful weekend. Okay.
Thank you, you too.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Bye. All right, and if you made it to the replay, I love that. Thanks for watching. And make sure that you subscribe too so that you get notified when I do go live. So that will be part of your notification. All you have to do is press like and subscribe. Thank you. All right, talk to you soon. See you in the next video.